test lesson to see how possible it is for me to do your recordings of a lesson and then to upload them onto Edmodo, and if it's possible to edit them, because I'm sure I'm going to make lots of mistakes and it will be ridiculous. It's not going to be very long, so you do need to listen carefully. First of all, what you need to do is press pause. You need to go and get your book and go to page, the usual thing, I can't see, page 42, where you will see 2 writing topics. Okay. The next thing you need to do is read those 2 writing topics, press pause while you're reading them, and decide which one you think you would choose in a real exam situation. The technique of choosing the best question is actually as important as writing it. So, press pause, have a read, and come back. Hopefully you're back now. Hopefully you've made a decision. Okay? Of these 2 pieces of writing, probably the better of the 2, the easiest to organise and the easiest to think through, would be number 2. Okay? It doesn't matter if you've chosen number 1, but probably number 2 is going to be easier to organise. So, what do we need to do? First of all, I will have uploaded onto Edmodo in the task, this will be all part of the task, I will have uploaded some photocopies. The first photocopy that you open will be green and white, and it's called Essays for Big Ben, something like that. It has 3 columns, and it has the paragraph plan for advantages, disadvantages, for opinion writing, and for solutions to problems. Okay, the organisation of these 2 pieces of writing is pretty similar anyway. So, let's just have a quick look. We've got paragraph 1, which as usual, as you all know, is your introduction. Your introduction needs to be made up of 3 sentences if possible. Your first sentence needs to be general about the topic. The second sentence needs to be specific to the question. So for example, here we've got something about teenagers behaving badly generally. Here, however, we've got the fact that it's not always necessarily negative. And then the third sentence in your introduction needs to be your plan. Okay, so here maybe you will say there are 2 sides to this. Okay, maybe you will say teenage rebellion has benefits and drawbacks. It's a little bit like an advantages, disadvantages. Then, I'm going to rub that out because I don't know what height I'm at for the video. So that's your paragraph 1. Paragraph 2 needs to be 1 side. So the side may be where you say there are benefits of teenage rebellion. On the worksheet, you will see there are actually lots of benefits of teenage rebellion related to finding yourself, finding the limits, the boundaries, testing, all of those kinds of things. The third paragraph will be the other side, okay? Parenthesis, usually the side that you write first is the one that you agree with, just in case you run out of time. The third paragraph will begin with the second side to this. In this particular case, it will be talking about risky behaviour, it will be talking about danger, and related to things like smoking, drinking, going around too fast on motorbikes. And then you've got your conclusion. Okay, conclusion. You know you've got your conclusion. Can we just, though, make sure your conclusion is not a 1-sentence situation? A conclusion needs to be a minimum of 2 sentences because because it's my cameraman is talking to me. I have no idea what he's saying. Okay, so your conclusion needs to be a minimum of 2 sentences. Otherwise, you can't even begin to consider calling it a paragraph, and that is actually a problem. So, when we write in conclusion, or to sum up, or whatever you write, and the comma, the first thing you write is not, in my opinion, Okay, we need to write in conclusion, and then the first sentence, you need to sum up. There are benefits and drawbacks of teenage rebellion, maybe. Or there are positive aspects to teenage rebellion. There are negative aspects to teenage rebellion. The negative aspects are very, very dangerous. You need a sentence concluding, summing up what is actually in your piece of writing. No new ideas, in the introduction, in the conclusion. It all comes from the main body. The second sentence now is I believe, or in my opinion, comma, in whatever you're going to say. And in that way, you'll be able to get a 2-sentence conclusion. Now, the other one, question 2, is probably easier in the sense that it's already organized for you very, very clearly. There is a little bit more to say without repetition, because once you've talked about dangerous behavior, you've talked about dangerous behavior for number 1. You can make it longer. But anyway, back to number 2. So, you've got an introduction with the 3-sentence rule. You still need the 3-sentence rule. So in this one, we've got general, how much wisdom is admired, for example, or how important it is to be born intelligent, just like you, or whatever. The second sentence, you need to say these 2 things, wisdom and intelligence, are different, although they are very often sort of interchanged and we get confused about them. And then your opinion is your 3rd sentence. Which do you think is more important? Is your 3rd sentence. Then we go in order, whatever order you've been in. Here, if you talked about wisdom, this is paragraph 3. Here, if you talked about intelligence, this is paragraph 4. Job done. Conclusion, 2-sentence rule. Let's have a look at the 2-sentence rule again. In conclusion, we're going to write, or let's have a different one, to sum up. Let's get rid of that as well. Conclusion. To sum up, both wisdom and intelligence are important qualities, or something along those lines. And then, in my opinion, comma, I would rather be considered, you could say something like that, be considered. I would rather be considered wise, is the adjective, than intelligent. Okay, beauties, well, that's it. My cameraman's disappeared, so I'm just padding out a little bit here. That's it. We'll see how this goes, how easy it is to edit, and even if you like it, it might be mere bother che mi si. We'll see. All right, babes, bye.